dam number 2. Just set a trap on it right here. And the beavers never repaired the dam. In the spring it was closed off completely. Even here, there's a gap now. And it must have been the big storm that busted the dam out at my place. It busted it out here as well. And they've never fixed it. But this house is active. There was a big hole in it last year and they fixed it. So there's beaver living in it. But they're not bothering to fix the dam. The levels of the two lakes are balanced. So they must be happy with that for some reason. I got a good feed pile here that wasn't here about 2 weeks ago. And yeah. So I got traps dropped at all the runs I want to set. I'm going to head back that way towards home and set them as I head back. And yeah, I got up to here this run. The next dam is up there just around the corner, and I have to take the ATV to get over there. It's a really rough walk from here on. There's a lot of swamp grass there, and the water goes up even into the trees. So yeah, there's 3 houses here. The one here, there's one across there, the sun's shining there, the glare, sorry about that, across there in the gap in the dam, and then there's another old one just out there. So this is dam number 2, and we're now going to head back to dam number 1. I'll check in with you when I get at the next trap. Stand by. Alright, I'm halfway down the lake. I just set a trap just right here. I'm heading further down. I stopped counting at 30 runs up this side of the pond between dam 1 and dam 2. That's just this side. There's still a whole other side to this pond. And dam 1 has 3 runs over the dam. I have a trap on each of those runs. So now here's where I'm going to set the next one. It's coming in here. And it goes 3 different ways, but I think I'm going to set right here, right where the 2 main ones run. I'm going to set right here. You can see just goes up in there, and there's a freshly cut tree just right there. And there's a bunch more going back. And it's straight across from the big house here. So we're going to set that and keep moving. I picked up my camera at my bear bait site up by the big pines right there. Doesn't look like nothing's touched it since last week. I'll give the camera a look. And yeah. So I'm going to get this trap that I dropped here on the way in set, and we'll keep moving. Stand by. Okay. I'm back at the ATV. Back at the first dam, down into the river. I have 2 traps on the house in the river. Now I don't know how many family of beaver are living here. I don't know if it's the same family in the river that's in the first big house right here, or if it's a different family in the river and a family sharing the big house here and the house up at the second dam, or if it's 3 family of beaver. No idea. But the amount of castor mounds gets more pronounced after the big pines up there. So I'm thinking that the family in the river and the family in the first house are the same. And then all the castor mounds is marking the territory up above between the house here and the second dam. Because down this way there's almost no castor mounds at all. Anyway, I got the trap set. I brought 5 up there with me, and I set 4, so I missed one on the way back on one of the runs that I dropped to set, so I'll look for that tomorrow when I'm checking. I just don't feel like walking all the way back up to the second dam today. I know one thing, if I catch a 40-50 pound beaver up in there, it's going to be a pain in the ass to walk it back this way. Alright, I'm gonna go check the 2 traps on the house down in the river, and that'll be pretty much it for the day. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, and we'll do a check video tomorrow, hopefully. Have a great day. Good morning, it's the next day. I'm making a check on the traps I set yesterday up by my house. Just gonna jump across these little beaver runs here. Okay, so I just finished checking the 3 traps on dam number 1, and I've actually, because of this heavy frost we have going on right now, I was actually able to see how the beavers are bypassing my traps. So I did a little bit of adjustment. Hopefully it'll make a difference. So we're gonna head up along the bank here to dam number 2. Check the 5 traps that are out. Hopefully, or the 4 that are set, and find the 5th one that's, I forgot where I put down and set it. And we'll be in business. There was a couple of ducks here this morning. I hadn't seen ducks up here in a couple of weeks, so I wasn't carrying my shotgun anymore. And of course this morning there was ducks. Anyway, this trap I set the first day of the season. I caught 1 beaver in here. The water level has dropped, so it needs to be moved, because I haven't caught nothing in over a week now in that trap. The next trap should be just here around this corner. It is cold this morning. I think it's -2. There's a bit of ice on the edge of the water. Oh, my fingertips are frozen from carrying the trap pliers, trap setter. Alright, here's the next run. I think I have a trap here and it's empty. Okay. I'm gonna check in with you if I get anything at the next few traps. But we're gonna keep moving down. Stand by. Well, I'm pissed. My trap is gone. One of my sticks I used to support it is still standing. Where the wire was tied off, I don't see any damage to the stick the wire was tied to. So, I don't know. I thought maybe it still might have broke off somehow when I tried to look under the water here, out around the edge of the food pile with my hip waders on, and I can't see nothing. The water's too dark and the sun's in my eyes. And then there's a big ass beaver out there swimming around, which is odd for this time of morning, this time of year. But he's out there cruising, watching me walk around on the house. So I wonder if maybe it did kill something and he's out looking for his mate or what, but that's the second time this year this has happened to me, where a trap is gone and where the wire was tied off doesn't look like it was damaged. Fuck, I'm pissed. Anyway, I shouldn't be swearing. I'm just PO'd. Traps are expensive, and I don't have a lot of them. Anyway, the rest of the traps were all empty. And yeah, the one that I put down that I was gonna set that I never found to reset, I still can't find it. So I guess at the moment I'm down 2 traps. This blows. Anyway, I'm gonna get across this little dirt pile that's in the hole is starting to deteriorate. I don't know how many more times I'm gonna be able to come across it without falling in. But I'm gonna have to come by again later in the day and try and, when the sun's not in my eyes, try and get a better look, or bring a pole and try and, with a hook on it, and try and reach underneath there and try and see if I can grab something. Anyway, I'm gonna throw my pliers across, and now it's time to get me across. So wish me good luck, and we'll see if I even post this. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye. All right, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. Same day as the second part of this video. The sun wasn't in my face, and I was able to find the beaver in my trap. That's a nice sized beaver. It was completely underneath the food pile there, and without the sun in my face, I was able to see just the tip of the tail. And then of course I had to get into the water up to my knees, flood my 2 boots to actually get the beaver. And 2 o'clock in the afternoon, There's still a beaver swimming around out here in the pond. I don't know where he went there now, but about right before I got into the water, he was probably about 100 feet out that way, swimming across. But yeah, so today's not a total bust. I went from thinking I lost a trap to having one of my muskrat traps vandalized that I didn't bother to video, which is against the law, to finding the beaver that I thought I lost. So let's have a look at the springs. I know I tied this off with a safety wire. And here's my safety wire. It's not broke. He just literally pulled hard enough to... It's tangled onto the trap there. Yeah. It's a good sized beaver. Caster's pretty empty, but there are quite a few caster mounts. Oh, I'm gonna give that close to 40 pounds. That's gonna be a hell of a walk getting out of here. The tail's about the size of my foot. It actually is bigger than my foot. But actually, it improves my mood. I was quite in a shitty mood after thinking I lost another trap, because that would have been the second time this season that I lost a large beaver on a trap because it broke free. I actually put a drowning rig here. Since I came back, I got a drowning rig set up so that if I actually catch another beaver, it'll drown it. And again, of course, this morning there was ducks, and I didn't bring my shotgun because I haven't been seeing ducks at all. And when I got up here to the house, there had to be 50 ducks just floating right here. I mean, shooting them would have been a waste. I would have had no way to get them. I'm not gonna swim to go get a duck. I have no boat or nothing up here, which I'd like to fix for next year. I'd like to get a little boat and hide it down by the first dam so that I can come up and portage the dams and go up. Anyway, I'm gonna make my way back with my friend here and head home. This will be the end of the video for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying so far, and have a good afternoon.